What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Legion. This is the Allied Races leveling expansion with our toon here, Daydream. Level 87. Wow. We've already almost burned all the way through Pandaria just this past weekend. I've still been putting in work. The past couple days, I haven't jumped on a whole lot, but when I did, I tried to make effective use of my time. And I realized when we left off last, I was working my way through Northrend. I was trying to show you guys the Wrathgate scene, and I was trying to get y'all through that whole quest line, and I wanted to also see Undercity, the battle for Undercity, but we very quickly outleveled that zone, and we very quickly outleveled that expansion. Allied Races, while it does feel slow when you're actually out there on the grind questing, it's not really that slow. Like, it's pretty quick if you're keeping up consistently with completing all those quests. So I guess if I actually do level another allied race or a different toon at some other point, I now know better how to get straight to that Wrathgate quest chain, and I could waste a lot less time doing other things, and probably burn through that whole scenario. But here in Pandaria, I've been just doing quests in the Jade Forest and dungeon queuing, and between those, that's gotten me up to level 87. And all I'm doing is the same thing I've been doing, where I DPS queue, and then I just quest through all of the different stages and chains and hubs and stuff like that in a single zone. You can almost level throughout these expansions in just one zone, so be careful whenever you're coming to these different expansions. If you wanted to experience a zone that you never did before back in the day, you can really, at this point now in Allied Races, in this leveling patch, you can just pick a zone that you've never seen and just go quest through it. And then also, like, completely finish the zone too. So while you're not skipping ahead each time you make that next level, you're actually able to see more story. But yeah, we're gonna get logged in here. I think we're just gonna do dungeons today. I was doing the Jade Forest quests. I think I actually finished all the Jade Forest quests. But just last night I started dungeon queuing, and the idea is here that I open up my dungeons, go to specific. I've done Meshogun Palace. Actually, no, I did the last bit of Meshogun Palace. As a DPS, I queued into a group that was on the last boss, and I just did the last boss of that one. But last night I did finish, let's see, I might even have it in my log still, Stonecore. Yes, I did Stonecore. So we can check that one off the list. Stonecore. Where is Stonecore? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Cataclysm normal, Cataclysm heroic. Was that heroic? No, it's just Stonecore, right? So we're even going to be able to get heroic stuff done too. ZG and ZA? Oh, some of these I'm kind of worried. I don't know if I want to see some of these. I got an idea though. I want to do something here. Aura of Sacrifice. I've often wondered why I didn't keep Aura of Sacrifice. Okay, let's do this. Another thing I was able to do was I got my cuz to help me out with the neutral auction house. We ran out last night, and he sold me, I want to see if I still have the item. No, I didn't. Okay, well, I vendor trashed it, but he sold me some green sandals, some 110 green sandals, and I bought those for 100k on Nightmare. Essentially just trading the gold to my cousin via the auction house. And I think the deposit, what they took out of it was like 5k gold, but when cuz gave me the money, he reimbursed that 5k for me. He's a lot better at making gold than I am, so It was kind of cool. I'm wondering why the dungeon queue is not popping. Let me do uncheck DPS. Find group. Does that improve our chances? Looks like tank. We have 3 DPS. I'm either a tank or a heals, but neither of those roles are filled. I guess they're waiting to match me with a tank or a healer. But yeah, when we hit level 80, we got access to Avenging Wrath. Imbues you with Wrathful Light, increasing healing done by 35% and your crit strike chance by 20% for 20 seconds. And all I did was tie that to my macro. What the hell? What did you do? Void Fire, no! So I got the RP Light's Judgment. I call it Light's RP. It actually casts Light's Judgment, but it also casts Avenging Wrath now. And then it gives coordinates to grant Artificer Romuel for a tactical strike on your target. And then does the roar. But this is the one I'm using right now. Light's Judge. And all it's doing is using my racial Light's Judgment and casting Avenging Wrath. And I got that bound to C1 here. Pink Rose says, "Hi Elude, how's you doing today?" What's up, Pink Rose? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Tribal Eyes says, "Green sandals for 100k. Think you might be the short end of the stick, Elude." Yeah, but he traded me back that gold, so it was the only way I could think to get my funds over, so I could buy super fast flying. I'm at 310% speed. Pink Rose says, "Hi John," and Tribal Eyes says, "Hi Pink Rose." Yeah, man, sub to your new channel. I haven't actually been able to check out any of your videos yet, but I wanna see what you've been up to lately. Anything interesting happening with what you've been into? Are you still playing what is it? Project Ascension? We had Pete Vega on the stream the other day. He said he's playing. It's not. I forget what the new one was, but it wasn't even the one that I heard of. It was like, I think it was called Firestorm or something like that. It's not Cenarius. Cenarius was the new server that I heard all the people on, not Anderhall, but yeah, the Anderhall server. I don't know. I have no idea. Him green sandals for okay. I think you might have got the good end of the stick, Elude. Yeah, man. Says, "Don't worry about it. Content is going to come fast. It feels bad having 2 viewers instead of 20 to 40. Oh man, that sucks." He says, "I still on Ascension, kind of have to now if I still want views." Yeah, I noticed that too. I had a lot more people watching me when I was on Ascension, but I think it's like the way my cousin explained it was like big fish in a small pond, but then you go to the like Legion content and everybody makes retail WoW videos, so you end up being like a small fish in an ocean when you play on Legion. Having lost literally every single one of my subs, feeling depressed about it still. Not as bad as yesterday though. Damn, man, is there any hope or chance of that ever getting resolved, or is it just like rip forever? I know you said you were trying to contact customer support or something, but and that they weren't even very helpful, it sounded like. That really sucks, man.
Got the best deals anywhere.
I had something in my throat, excuse me. Look, I have a cologne brand. Did you notice this? Stalwart. If you put on the Stalwart cologne, it makes you more elusive by increasing your dodge by 20. And it attracts those wearing perfume. It attracts those wearing perfume. Really? How does that work? Like, what does it mean to be attracted? I bet you it has something to do with the I forget even the name of this. Love is in the air. I think it has something to do with the love is in the air achievements. The Stalwart
If you
cologne.
ever
Need help?
Need help? I was really kind of counting on this Q to start popping. I'm surprised, even as a tank or a healer, I'm not even getting a dungeon pop. So I might actually have to run out and find some quests to do. I was just gonna park next to a vendor and just queue down the list. Tribal Eye says, "Keep trying, bud. You'll get it. Got the personality and everything." There's 0% hope at this point. Both Google and Outlook have horrible customer representatives that's completely automated, though. Can't get to a real person. That sucks. So it's basically magnetic cologne? I guess so. I don't know. I don't know what the... I never do these holiday events. If it's like the dungeon queue, like an extra queue, then I'll do that because it's easy. But actually, you know what? Come to think of it, since it's up right now, I'll just do that right now. That's a short enough queue. What's cool is this is always popping, so you can even be a DPS and do it. The hell is this? They're playing Hearthstone? Jumanji. Uh-huh. Yeah, I beat him. That's what you get, buddy. Here, I got something too. I heard the guitar and made me think of this. It's so quiet you can barely even hear it. Dun, 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 dun. Tribal Eye says, "You're a hero, Pink Rose." He said, "Valentine's Day event gives a decent chunk of XP. Have you heard about the new AFK leveling technique involving Argus?" No. AFK leveling in Argus? What do you just like park next to something? Or you sneak into an invasion point and just let it auto-complete for you each next group? I don't know. He says it's crazy stuff. Oh, you can actually go to invasion points on any 2, even level 1, and just AFK group join. You get like 1 level every 30 minutes, but it's 90% AFK, so you could be editing a video whilst you do it. Crazy stuff. Probably gonna get nerfed ASAP though. I imagine so. I very much enjoy playing though, so I probably won't worry too much about that. Hey, my cousin's on. I just saw him in chat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up going back out to Mists of Pandaria. I finished all the Jade Forest. I was starting, I think, Kunlai Summit, but I just decided to do some dungeons because if I don't do them now, by the time I hit level 90 in 3 levels, I won't get a chance to do any of those dungeons because that's the high-end cap to them. Bring it! Ragaga! The hell is all that? I was gonna say, am I the only one that's not level 110 in this group? We actually have Richard. The rogue is 106. Yay, GG. Give me my goodies. Ooh, I got a Heartbreak Charm. Kunlai has a nice story. In fact, my favorite zone in Pandaria, apart from Jade, has to be the Dread Wastes. I love the story there. Ooh, the Dread Wastes? That's interesting. I usually don't go for the gloomy kind of looking... Look at this. Unleash the power of love? Item level 404. I want to see what this does. Yeah, most of the gloomy zones I lose interest in pretty quickly, but I remember the Dread Wastes. That has a lot to do with the insects, right? The clacking people. What is that DPS meter? It looks amazing. This is details. Details damage meter. Got all kinds of customization options and stuff. By default, it looks kind of like pretty plain. I don't want to actually mess with it, but you can actually set up the different bar textures and animations over it. I got a little paladin wallpaper in the background, and that's actually a partner to this thing here next to it that shows like my rotation, my abilities. So if I were to like buff, it actually shows Greater Blessings of Kings cast by Daydream, Greater Blessing of Wisdom, and I could put on a cologne. It's like, I think it's a streamer add-on, so people can see what you're doing. So in the middle of my rotation, you can actually see my rotation popping off right there. But yeah, I tried to make the details look like LVY here. I've been running around in circles because I can't remember how to get to Mists of Pandaria. I think there's a port over here. I might just hearth back and take the Veil of Eternal Blossoms portal from End though. It's only a 15-minute cooldown. And then there is that too, like I could be headed to Hyjal as well. I could do Mount Hyjal or any of the Cata stuff. Lost City of Tolvir. Well, that's a dungeon. I think the zone's actually called, what is it called? I can't even remember. It's like below Tanaris. Bloody hell, gonna have to replace my Skada with it, Ace. Don't think you can config Skada to have textures and animations like that. Does it impact performance? Actually, no. I haven't really noticed it. I haven't really noticed any kind of hit to performance or anything. But I remember being able to do textures with Skada. I'm not sure if you could do animations. The animations thing I think is specific to details. But it's pretty cool too because you can like compare. You could show like one person's DPS up on a graph and like all the moves he was using and who he was attacking, and then you could have yours next to it. I think Skada has stuff like that too though. But I was tinkering with it the other day and I was checking like if my group was dispelling, if they were interrupting, what the highest damaged person, who the highest damaged person was. But I think most damage meters can do all that stuff. I watched your guild rant, actually. Really interesting stuff. What's your overall opinion on the new leveling system? I've heard a lot of mixed opinions. My favorite thing about the leveling system right now is the fact that it's creating that conversation. Like, there's people who do love it, and you hear the reasons why, and then there's people who hate it, and then you hear those reasons why, and that just informs the devs even better to make Battle for Azeroth, I think, better. Ooh, Valley of the Four Winds is good. We get to go see Chin's Storm Stout. I think I will. I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I really like Chin's Storm Stout and all the brewery quests and stuff. I'll do these. But in my opinion, for like what I like to do, it's been really nice. I've really enjoyed level scaling. You can literally just pick a zone and level through that entire expansion in that zone while you dungeon queue. And that to me is awesome. And what's even better is it's even impact dungeons. You can hop in a dungeon and it's as if you were doing it for the first time. It's that difficult because everything's scaled to each party member. So nobody's like overtly more powerful than anybody else in there because it's all scaled to each person. And that to me makes the mechanics more relevant, and you'd have to pay attention to more of what's going on in the dungeon and what like each boss is going to be doing or what their special gimmick is. Because a lot of the times, like this Meshogun Palace one that we ran yesterday, you end up learning how to do the fight differently in order to address those mechanics. That last boss in Meshogun Palace, the tank realized after he'd wiped his party and 2 people left, when I hopped in, they were talking about the strategy, tanking him by the door, the entrance to the room, and even doing that, shit was still pretty rough because people were standing and stuff on the ground. They weren't interrupting the things they needed to interrupt, and it's like experiencing these dungeons for the first time for a lot of people. Now, other than the Lightforged Dragonblight being so powerful, like even damage-wise, everybody's competitive, or they can be, and that to me makes the dungeons a lot more fun too. And then the fact that all the loot scales to you too, that's another thing that I really like. You can quest in any zone, and no matter what you're doing, you're not wasting time because all your quest rewards are scaling to you. And the items that are dropping are relevant to your character's level. Like I just got that. Just from Love is in the Air, I got a 404 neck with crit and haste. That's going to show me the power of love. It might save your life. Unleash the power of love contained in a holiday necklace. Oh, wow. So, that's my most OP cooldown there. And I could use it every 10 minutes. Tribalize says, I'm actually going to be making a small video on that shortly. I'll mention your point. I haven't heard that look on it before. The dungeon changes have to be one of my favorite features. It means you can't just level to 15 and power boost to 90 anymore. It was faster, but so boring. There are people still doing that actually though. If you do level with dungeons as well, you've got at least kind of follow the tactics. Yeah, man, exactly. And it's almost like whenever time walking dungeons were happening and people were stepping out of Legion mythics and having to run a heroic in time from Cataclysm. Most people in Legion like never ran back in Cataclysm, and when they started seeing End Time was one of the last leg of the expansion type dungeons, so it was significantly harder in difficulty and like the way it was designed with the strats and all that stuff. Like a good example is whenever you're doing, because it mixes up, so you're not always getting the same run in End Time. Like sometimes you go to 3 different parts than you would in a different group. So like one of them is the Torrent guy. He's out on the lava. You go out and fight him and you find out like he jumps to the different rocks and like splashes people into lava, and then while you're in the lava you're taking that damage over time. There's like things like that happen in those dungeons that a lot of people don't realize or pay attention to what's going on whenever you're doing it, even in time walking, because the time walking dungeons you're still like running with some mythic geared people who can pretty much neglect or skip over mechanics if they felt like it. But whenever you're doing the level scaling version of that, you can't. Because nobody's max level mythic geared yet. Like everybody's in leveling gear. At most they got BOAs, and BOAs have even been scaled. I heard the stats were kind of like squished on them or nerfed on them or something like that. Like the 30 strength, 45 stamina, 40 haste isn't as significant as it used to be, but I'm not sure. I actually don't know what they were before. So like bind on account gear is really just for the XP bonus now, but it's still competitive to even other gear that you get. I often find like some of the neck pieces, for example, like my bind on account neck is not as good as a lot of the stuff like this neck that I just got. Like my bind on account necks can't compete with this. And then I imagine trinkets too, but I haven't really been paying attention. He says it's not like 100% brain dead anymore. Right, you actually gotta pay attention to what's going on. What the hell? This guy's all depressed. Cheer up, ye mo. I was just telling him your aunt's worried sick about you, and he's like, oh, I don't care. But yeah, I'm a fan of level scaling, but there are a lot of people who aren't. Like this hunter, he was complaining in Ice Crown the other day. He's like, now what am I supposed to do with these group quests? He's like, I used to be able to just solo them, but with level scaling, I can't even do that anymore. He's like, I guess there's an opposing opinion that like, if you've already leveled through everything and you got a max level toon, you shouldn't be, you shouldn't have to pay so much attention whenever you're leveling a new toon or something like that. Like the bind on account gear, essentially by buying that, you're choosing to opt out of the leveling experience. Like that's the argument. Like that's what bind on account initially was supposed to be for, was to help somebody who's already done all the quests and seen all the products and stuff like that just get up to relevant content faster. So like in that sense, level scaling kind of sucks, because if you've already leveled and you don't care for the leveling experience and you just want to play a different role in like your raid, or a different role in mythics, you want to see what mages are like since you were always a warrior or something like that, you shouldn't have to go back and do all those quests just to get that opportunity to try that. And I guess that's why they have those tokens that you can boost your character with and stuff. But not everybody wants to pay their IRL money on a game like more than they have to, you know what I mean? Like so bind on account was supposed to be like a remedy to that in a sense, and being able to level the way you used to, like you could out level the mobs in the zone really quickly and then like go do all just the elite quests. That actually used to there's a few characters I have right now actually that are leveled just purely by doing all the group quests and getting some of the best gear in the game really quickly like that. You learn where those chains are, like Nessingwary for example. Like that's always a fun one because it's just a kill quest and you're one-shotting everything. So you can quickly one-shot 40 mobs and then turn it in, and then 40-shot a harder version of those mobs and then turn that in, and then fight the elite at the end for a blue item. Like that was usually what was so cool about Nessingwary, is just the kill quest and at the end you get a nice little blue item. So like people that are used to that are complaining because now they got to do 2 rotations in order to kill what they're fighting. And it's not just a one-shot face roll, and they're actually having to earn it. But the way I'd always seen it was like, yeah, that's how you learn your class. That's how you get to 110 and not be bad. But I don't know. I don't think anybody's wrong though. Like, you pay for the game, you want to play it how you want to play it. There's just a conversation now as to what is good gameplay. Like, what can we do? You're not going to be able to please everybody, but like, what can we do to get as close to pleasing as many people as we can? And I think level scaling is kind of doing that. If you don't care about questing or dungeons, you can just do PvP as well. And I hear PvP is really good XP right now. So you can even opt out of the leveling experience just by doing dungeons. But there is like brackets, just like there always have been, I guess. I tried to group with somebody, I think I was like level 70 or something, and he was like 60 something. So we weren't able to join the same battleground. But he said the XP was really good. I still haven't stepped foot into it. I'm having a lot of fun on this paladin because like I've been a paladin since Burning Crusade. So this is actually a new game for me right now. Like, I've never leveled a paladin the way the way they're set up right now, like my main paladin. Like, I got all the moves already, but I've never been able to use these abilities in like all these quests and all these zones, and even in the lobby dungeons. Like, my paladin was playing different, and it was so long ago whenever I was leveling him. So it's essentially like created the new game for me to play, at least. And I'm enjoying it because like I know my paladin, like I know how to play him, and I know like certain situations, like whenever shit hits the fan, like I got all this useful stuff. I can bop the healer, I can bubble and taunt like a mob that's trying to kill somebody, or I could throw a lay on hands, I can heal the party, and I could still crank it up and like push out a lot of good DPS because I know my rotation and shit. So it's really fun, like being able to play my main spec in like a new way. Because Nightmare, he's always been at the bleeding edge of progression in every expansion. Well, he's been always at the precipice of the bleeding edge of progression. I usually end up doing stuff with my other toons because I'll be running on my paladin and I'll be like, wow, that shaman ability looks really cool. I'm gonna roll a shaman now because I saw the way he casted the spell. Pigro says the first time I played WoW I did a paladin. Nice. Pigro says I like doing PvP. Have you leveled it all? Have you been doing the level scaling PvP yet? I bet you it's interesting. A lot of people in bind on account gear just whacking each other in the BGs. Surprised this tank and healer dungeon queue is not popping. And another thing that's cool about PvP is those queues are a lot shorter. You won't be sitting in no, especially if you're a DPS, you're not going to be sitting in a queue for 40 minutes for PvP when you will be doing that if you try to do dungeons. Treasures of Pandaria. Fantastic. But yeah, I mean, that's something that I really enjoyed, is level scaling. @89OT69 says, what level? I'm 87 now. I'm trying to tank and heal some dungeons, but they're not popping right now. I only have 3 levels left, and then I can go on to what is it after? What is it? WoD? Warlords of Draenor? Level 90? Yeah, that's right, huh? Is that right? Warlords of Draenor from 90 to 100? Seems like a lot. I think most are like 5. Oh my god, come on. Look, level scaling is real. I gotta unleash the power of love. That's the only thing that's gonna help me here. Alright. Come a little closer, my darling. They're healing, that's what it is.
Well done.
I was missing that, I guess. Get out of here with your wrath. Alright, cool. Caves are really quiet, I noticed, like the music cuts out. Let's see, 890T69 says something in German, I think. He says, what level? I am level 87. 87. I'm a level 87 paladin. Pigro said, yep. Off I go then. Let me get out of this cave. Don't interrupt me. Damn you. Alright, buddy. He was considerably weaker than the other guy. My mount's still on cooldown. He just stunned. Alright, let's go. Did it take me down to the Dreadways? No, Karasang Wilds. I need to go. I want to go up. 81 to 90. I wanted to do the Valley of the Four Winds quests. It's got me down here in Karasang Wilds. I didn't even realize that. Valley of the Four Winds. Okay, so where does this start? Another cool thing that I've noticed since I've been playing on the Alliance side is, like, when I go back, I can actually see all of the Alliance side of the story that I never experienced before because I'd always been Horde. So that's actually a really cool little tidbit too, is like it actually does feel like a new game, even more so whenever you're experiencing content you've never seen before. I'd always seen the Horde side of the story and why the Horde was right and why the Alliance was evil, But like now on the Alliance side, you kind of see their perspective, and for a lot of the previous expansions, it's really cool to be able to witness that. It's like, oh, so this is what the Alliance was doing when we first landed on Northrend.
Travel safe.
890T69 says, Azaz, I'm trailing you in Russian. Oh, I think he was laughing. He says he's trolling me in Russian. It's all good, man. I got Google Translate. It ain't no thing. It's just gonna be a little fragmented probably, especially if you use any slang. I'm not gonna be able to understand exactly what you're saying. Understand Russian? Yeah, with Google Translate. Look, I could go like this. No, I do not understand Russian, but I am able to use the almighty Googles. And here it goes. It says Nit. Я понимаю русский, но я могу использовать весьмогучий Google. Pete Vega said, hi, Elude, folks. What's up, Pete Vega? Welcome back to the stream, man. I just hit 88, so that's cool. Congratulations. Death's friend has broken Lee Superior. He's got all his gear replaced and leveled up.
Hello.
Yeah, sometimes I feel bad because I have so many toons and I'm spread thin across all these 110s. And like the whole time I've been on Daydream, I've been just neglecting all my 110s. I haven't logged in to do one world quest. I haven't done any invasion points. I've not been doing any mythics. I've only been playing my allied race. That's the only reason why they're still like they're up to 88, I would say. It's because I've just been no-lifing allied races or the Lightforged Dragonblight leveling.
What's your lucky do? Good fortune.
But what I noticed too is here on the Alliance side, at least in this guild specifically, I'm not an outlier. I'm actually I'm not as good at leveling as some of these people are. A lot of these guys, they've leveled. One dude said he has 20 level 110s. 20. He's leveled a character to 110 20 times. I was like, oh my god. I thought I was kind of overdoing it, but that guy really is. So every once in a while, when you're up here, you can stop by these vendors with the venturing supplies and get items that are more powerful. This one says 14 crit strike, 14 haste. But the one I have that's only item level 138 has 22 crit strike, 12 haste. I don't understand. How is this item level 138 item more powerful? Bracers. These are actually an upgrade. I think it's all the crit strike on the gloves. That has to be why. And that's split between crit strike and haste. Wrists, that's what I just got. I just got these. Okie doke. Neck, I got the epic neck. These are item level 372 rings. I got a 294 and a 316. Anything good? Aha! We got a good one there. We'll replace that one. Yeah, these vendors, I used to always hit these vendors up as soon as I hit that threshold. I gotta open that. Oh, it says I've already collected that appearance. I haven't collected this appearance. I haven't collected this appearance. Or this one. I'm just buying for Mogs at this point. Okay.
Many farewells.
So, we're just gonna equip all these so we can learn them. Alright, they're learned. Now that they're learned, we can sell them.
Many wares.
This guy's very excited about his wares. What is this? Waste of the ringworm? Ugh. Pass on that. Now that I have those appearances, I can vendor
May
that
your
stuff.
feet
Let's
find
open
good
the
trails.
heart-shaped box. Crap, nothing from that. Okay, moving on with life. Crackhor, Thundergill, and Succula. Hey, Jimmy Namicon is now part of the Stalwart Vanguard. What's up, man? Welcome to the Stalwart Vanguard. Long time no see. Just talked to you yesterday and I was like, hey, what's Jimmy up to? So Overwatch, huh, man? Overwatch? It's the new hotness. Oh man, I missed you. I missed what you were saying. 89's T69. Alright, let's see. He said, Norm's pronunciation. Oh yeah, I'm probably going to be really bad at pronunciation. He said, buy armor. And Picro says, hi all, please like and sub to Elude. It helps him out. Thanks. Thanks, Picros. Appreciate it. Alright. I'm really kind of getting demoralized with this dungeon queue. As a tank and or healer, I've been waiting for 20 minutes and nothing's popping. Of course, I am queuing for some of the kind of shitty stuff. Mashogun Palace, all of the... Well, all the Kata dungeons aren't bad. I think the worst one here would be maybe... Actually, maybe Vortex Pinnacle and maybe Lost City of Tolvir. I actually don't remember Halls of Origination. But most people that hit the dungeon queue up, they're only really seeing, like, since I got to Miss Pandaria, the only dungeons I was seeing was the Temple of the Jade Serpent and the Niu Zhao Temple. And it was pretty much just those couple of dungeons I kept getting again and again. And as you know and probably remember, each dungeon that you run for the first time has those 3 or 4 dungeon quests, like right off the rip. Like when you first enter the dungeon, you can pick them up. And completing those gives like 16 to 20k XP. I think that scales with your level, but it's a significant amount of XP. And you can very quickly outlevel content in a zone by just doing dungeons. Jimmy Namicon says, but how is your mount game, dough? He said, what's up, dude? What's up, man? My mount game is fairly weak. I do have the Antorian Charhound. This came from it's the current last raid. So I was pretty stoked to see that drop. Most of my mount stuff is like just luck though. Like I don't go out of my way to farm anything or look up achieves. I also have each different class that I have, which is one of every class. The Paladin, the Warrior, the Monk, Demon Hunter, like all those different classes have their own class hall specific mounts. And I've gotten those unlocked on everybody. And then there's like the new allied race mounts. I got the Elic one for the Lightforged Dragonblight, the Star Cursed Void Strider, everybody's Void Elf Chocobo mount. I have a drinking game that's been running for the past few episodes. Every time you see a Void Elf, and every time you see the Void Elf's class mount, you gotta take a shot. So, I think I put a lot of people in the hospital from that. If they're playing. Pete Vega said, hi Pink Rose. Who is talking? Oh. I thought the spider was saying something. I was like, the hell? Creepy how this thing comes out of the water like that. Succula. Get out of here with your rap.
Well done.
Here we are. Some of these quests, like, I very much just autopilot quests. I kind of like what Tribalize was saying earlier, where you just kind of like space out and run dungeons and stuff. I usually do that while I'm questing. I'll space out and just quest. And in Miss Pandaria, they added a lot more stuff that you actively gotta do. So any quest that requires me to do more than just go somewhere, kill somebody, or go somewhere and loot something, I'll probably run around in circles lost for a few minutes before I realize what's happening. Alright, man. We're gonna take this guy out because he's getting on my nerves. All this bubble stuff everywhere. 890 T69 says that accursed language barrier. Yeah, man. Jimmy Namakawa says, figured I would find you under this name after talking last night. Sorry if my replies were patchy, was deep into Overwatch. Yeah, man, no worries. Don't worry about that. I know Overwatch is a lot more engaging. You kind of got to stay focused when you're playing a first-person shooter style like that. WoW's very autopilot once you know your rotation. Oh, where's the opponent? Alright, cool. Got some cloth gloves there. Unfortunately, if we don't have that proficiency, we don't learn the MOG for that, so me putting on this cloth item doesn't learn it for all my clothies. If I really cared, I could mail non-soulbound items to clothies and let them learn that way, but not that concerned with it. Wow, this dungeon really isn't gonna pop, is it? I figured that I'd probably already be well on my way out of this zone, or out of this these expansions. What comes after 90? Is it Warlords of Draenor? Wait, did that say DPS? That would be why I didn't get... Oh, man. Y'all are gonna have to forgive me there. I sat there for 20, almost 30 minutes in queue as a DPS. Because I ran that Valentine's Day boss, I forgot to switch it back to tank and heals. And the whole time I was just sitting there talking shit about how long it was taking. I feel doo-doo now. Sorry about that. I got some quests done though. And you see how we get these initial dungeon quests here? Like, that very quickly is going to boost us through, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 6 not counting this one, but 7 counting this one. And each of those have 2 or 3 quests. And each of those 2 or 3 quests are going to yield like 13k EXP. Plus all the EXP you get from the dungeon and the drops and all that stuff. We'll give our tank Blessing of Kings. Who can CC? They're taking this serious. It's okay, we don't have to CC. We can just kill all the bad guys. The shaman said, I can. Blue Strider said, whoop, Prestige 2, finally. Nice, cuz. I'm gonna have to tell him very nice. But right now I'm taking my DPS very seriously because our healer's worried about the difficulty of this dungeon. This is what I love though. This is the allied races, man, or the level scaling rather. Like, you can't just roll over this stuff. You kind of got to give it some respect, and that's what I love. I love it when you can actually. He said, "I guess I can't do it." I got your back, bro. Come on. Bring him in a little closer. There we go. We'll start laying it down on him. Oh, get out of here with your cyclone. Pally bubble that off. These hunters, I noticed the hunters and sometimes the monks are the only ones that can really keep up with me. Nice guys. So, my cousin's been working on different weapon skins because I guess with the coming Battle for Azeroth, by working on as many different legendaries and weapon skins as he can, I guess later on he can make his MOG look like that. Even though in the current state of the game, like, you can't transmog legendaries, or you can't transmog to a legendary appearance. You have to actually own the legendary to make your weapon or your piece of gear, like your legs or your chest or whatever it is, actually look like that. Even helms, actually. My Death Knight has a legendary helm that looks pretty cool. But anyways, like after this expansion, you will only be able to transmog to those if you've had them before, which I guess is they're making it to where they're available for transmog is pretty much what I'm trying to say, I guess. So he's doing his PvP world quests. He's been doing them religiously for like the past few weeks, and he finally hit prestige rank 2, and that gives him a really cool looking PvP artifact skin. Pink Rose says, yep, Warlords of Draenor is 90 to 100. Okay, so WoD's gonna get us through. I leveled a couple times through WoD, and leveling in WoD is not as bad as when the expansion was out. You just like log in and do stuff in your garrison all day. Like actually leveling in WoD's pretty bearable. I really enjoy it actually. So kind of looking forward to that. Jimmy Namicon says, I went back to Final Fantasy XIV for Stormblood. Oh, my cousin was really into Final Fantasy as well, man. He said it was pretty fun for a while, but God, it is the opposite of WoW at endgame. Your rotation is out of control long. Yeah, I seen my cousin would play the ninja class, and how they do the different stances and stuff like that, and depending on what's happening, it's like you're describing it. It kind of gets out of control really quickly. But like he knew it. He was a raid leader. They glow is so nice. He says the 24 move opener alone took me a week to get down. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, WoW is very much the opposite of that. They're actually like getting rid of moves. They're actively trying to make rotations more simple. Get a little closer, my darling. Let's pump out the deeps now. Like for me, it's like, how can I use these 3 or 4 moves in with the right timing, and what are the best case scenarios for this move to go off, and trying to set those up. But there's really like a very simple DPS rotation. Blue Strider said, damn though, I might be able to stop on her now, but they look so cool, I gotta get the blue ones. Can of worms, man. That type of stuff is a can of worms for me. I can't do it, because that is literally all I will do in the game if that's what I'm focused on. I like having options. I think that's why I level so many toons. I like being able to switch up and do like different roles and different rotations. Like in my mind, whenever I get on a raiding team, or if I ever start raiding again, I don't know if I'll ever get to that point. I keep on talking about it though. I'll have anybody I can bring to the game at that point. Like, oh, looks like we really need a tank here, so like I'll have a tank to get us through a run or something. Or mages seem to be really doing good on this fight, so if our guild's stuck in progression on a specific boss, I'll have the toolkit to bring to any specific progression boss. I'll just have to swap over to a toon, and like, but that puts me in a constant state of preparation, managing all these toons, because like then after I have the toon maxed, it's just a matter of getting their item level up, and that very easily turns into like a 2-week adventure. Man, the tank is eating it. He's a paladin, so I don't want to burn my lay on hands on him if he's going to use his. He's got his cooldowns. We're good. Yeah, if I'm not paying attention, these hunters overtake me very quickly. Come on, put it in on him. Let's take this guy down. We should probably target what everybody else is targeting, really. I'm very spaced out this morning. I don't know why. Don't die, don't die. You must live. There we go. Let's get up here. Healer's like, mana. Please, mana. Nobody died, right? So I still got my bus rolling. I did this quest chain and got this selfie going. Take a screenshot of that. There we go. Gotta do a selfie every once in a while. Hold on. Why Cyclone Converge? Get out, stack on here. Okay. So he's explaining mechanics. That's cool. It's so cool that they care. They care about what's happening in these fights. And that makes me happy. I don't know why. It's like the healer's like really scared. He's like druid ... And the druid, he doesn't know better. He's just standing in the tornadoes. He's like, this is good, right? These things are okay. Oh no, he wasn't. The druid just left. I wonder why. He said stack on him for a heal. So... Oh, he's dead. Okay. I was like, am I gonna get a heal ever? Oh man, tank, don't die. Here. You're a pally. We're pallies. We could do this. We could solo this boss if we really wanted. Let's get out of the tornadoes. Quit zapping me, bro. Oh, bubble. Heal thyself. Cuz says they look purple with red in the pic I put in Discord, but it's actually pink with purple. Looks legit. Hell yeah. I'll bring that up. I'll let y'all see what he's talking about in just a minute. Heal him. Heal me. No! Damn. Probably should have just stood in the poo there. Just wipe that early. You can speak little slowly? Yeah, actually, I can speak really slowly. Sorry, when I get excited, I start talking faster. Alright, check this out. This is my cousin's artifact weapon. He's doing the champion's pose. Alright, here it is. Let's get a little closer to it. So, this is ethereal, and he's got that kind of cool looking purple and blue glowy. I guess the animations really make it look better. I like how he's behind Sylvanas. That's cool. I'll take a selfie. We wiped on this boss. Print screen. And I'm gonna show that to Cuz. This is my life right now, Cuz. Hoya! Crop that, select all, Control C. My life wiping on this boss ATM V. And this is the image that I'm showing him right now. We have our Cuz Cave Discord. It's a secret Discord. Let me pull that off of the thing, because Pink Rose knows I'll sit here and go 30 minutes with that browser up, and it'll end up just covering up my stream. So the healer says, I'll be right back. And the hunter was like, maybe you should have popped Bloodlust. And then the tank says, saw that, get out and heal when the cyclone converges. Game no C. Alright, thanks man. 890. You can see the game now though, right? Now you see? Earlier you couldn't see because I was showing a picture. We had someone in the guild got fish don't leave footprints. And then somebody was like, grats, that helps you if you like to fish. Colterass and Blade Fist. Cole, Tyrus, or Blade Fist? So what's the healer doing? Did the healer... I imagine the healer probably put his fist through his screen and... Oh, here he is. He's right here. He says, I've been here before, but I don't even know. Is it possible to heal through that converge? Of course, it didn't help that the druid just stood there. It is stack. Also, when running out, don't touch tornadoes. Gosh, I'm hoping Tifa's claws I get tomorrow. I hope... Oh, shit. I guess we're starting this battle now. This time, we're just gonna go ham. I tell people don't get touched by the tornado, and I just end up getting touched by the tornado. Go, 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 go. The healer, what is he doing? He's standing in the tornadoes. He's such a good healer, because he popped bloodless, so can't blame him too much, I guess. I heard the tank just burn his cooldown. Y'all, why are you standing so far away? You gotta get closer than that, buddies. As people are dying, I got this retribution going off, dealing 20% increased damage and taking 30% reduced damage. So, Paladin does really good whenever there are party wipes.
Well done.
Let's get the healer up. I was really hoping on cutting down a toon. Laugh out loud. I was just talking about that stuff would be a can of worms for me. 890 T69 says, does everyone have such a delay in streaming and messaging, or is it only me? Pinkro says, haha, bad healer. And 890T says, haha, rolling on the floor laughing. I don't know. How's y'all's delay doing? Is it really bad right now? I have my settings up to where it shouldn't be so delayed. Make sure 890, make sure you hit the live button if you're having issues. Blue Strider says, I was just talking about stuff that would... Oh, he said, laugh out loud. I want to get the ones that look cool. I will regret not getting them once they are gone. Yeah. So like that's pretty much what he's been working on, is getting all that stuff before it leaves the game. Because there's very much prestige around the unique in WoW. And if you were smart enough or lucky enough or brave enough or whatever in previous expansions and previous content to go out of your way to get those special pets or that special mount or them special titles, it makes you feel even more special later on whenever nobody's able to get it. Daydream. What do we want to be? Daydream of the Nightfall. That's funny. Let's do that. Damn. I was trying to stun him before that vapor formed. Let's wait for it to fall off, then finish. Nope, not getting that one off. Oh, he did. Damn. My rebuke was just coming off a cooldown. Pink Rose says, not for me. Yeah, make sure you press that live button, man. If you haven't, there should be like a little live button. sometimes you'll be watching just a few seconds behind everybody else, and that's often the reason why, because you're watching what happened a few minutes ago instead of what's going on right now. I don't think the tank knows either that if you stand in this green stuff, it heals you. I used to like pulling this guy facing the green stuff, kind of off to the side so the party could be right there. You'll see whenever I start tanking these, I remember a lot of the strats. And time walking does pretty good at keeping you up to date on that stuff. Or reminding you of it, I guess. I got all this holy power saved up. This can get fun if he pulls all four, which it doesn't look like you can help it right now. It's weird. This hunter's on it with the traps. Oh, this other hunter's on it with the traps. Now we're gonna just get the two. Nice. Very good. And Ragaga! Let's just pop our coolies. We're gonna pop coolies every time if we can. I always try to save it for the really big pulls, but I think I'm just gonna start using it more on demand all the time. He's got a little bone storm pet wigging out. Damn, he got it off. Oh well. DPS as usual. We'll be alright. He'll just take reduced damage for a little bit. Watch, I'm gonna get this mount. I bet you I get this mount. It's gonna be like super lucky. I've seen these drop a few times, but I've never actually won one. Usually if I get anything like that, like I was saying earlier, it's just a happy accident. A lot of the times, there's been a few times actually where I've gotten a mount that's dropped, and then someone will whisper me, "Hey man, you mind if I get that? I'm trying to collect these mounts." And I've actually given some away. But that doesn't happen very often. It's just like maybe once or twice that's occurred. It's usually like once or twice you even see it drop to begin with. Vapor form, stun him out of that. Oh, we got a cloud burst. Cloud burst is what hurts. The heals probably does not like that move. At least the tank's pulling him out of the storm. Most tanks wouldn't even notice that that was happening. Sweet. We got a melee hunter here. Melee hunters do pretty good damage. It's like Arcane Mage or Assassination Rogue. The melee hunters just really easy, straightforward, hard-hitting DPS. Blue Strider says, "I think I'm gonna. I think that when I roll a Lightforged Pally one day, it would be cool if she ran around the golden mech suit mount." Yeah. The golden mech suit. Face downwind. Watch tornadoes. What's cool about this is it increases my haste, so I'm as a paladin very reliant on haste. You'll see very quickly my DPS will jump up high when I get a lot of haste. He's about to change positions of the wind in a second. I guess I should have mentioned not standing in front of the boss. That's pretty important too. Kind of, you think that the tank is gonna face him away though. Oh, it doesn't appear to matter. I think he's just gonna turn to people randomly anyway, so my bad. Oh, don't die, hunters. Here goes the mount. Y'all ready? Gonna be the mount drop. No, no mount. I don't know if it even has a chance to drop on normal. So that ring we just bought is now being replaced with an item level 416. You could tell what item level we should be at when you look at our bind on account gear. And actually, you know what? Come to think of it. Okay, yeah. My BOAs are going to go up to level 100. I was just thinking, man, I might end up taking these off here once I hit 90. But nah, I'm good until 100. I was thinking of getting the transmog mount, but I don't know the transmog so much. Oh, cuz it's got some gold burning a hole in his pocket from the sounds of it. Just trying to figure out what big purchase he's gonna make. What do y'all think? Lightforged mech suit or Traveler's woolly tundra mammoth, the transmog mount? 890 T69 says, I thought it would be understandable if I watched the stream in English. Is it hard to understand? 890? Yeah, man, sorry I don't sprechen Sie Deutsch. Or German for that matter, or Russian for that matter. Give me some of that speed buff. So we got Victory Perfume with attack power. I got this Stalwart cologne here. It makes you more elusive. I thought that was funny earlier. I was like, Elude Stalwart, Dodge Stalwart cologne. Pretty spot on. We'll interrupt that AoE lightning lash stuff. Focus the heals. Stunning. I was trying to interrupt him, but my interrupt was on cooldown. One thing I noticed that I actually missed quite a bit on this Lightforged Draenei, while she does have a really nice racial with Light's Judgment, I miss my Blood Elf racial, Arcane Torrent. Like, and it's weird because like I never realized how much I actually use that ability until I'm DPSing here and see an opportunity to interrupt, but I have no interrupt. That's surprising to me how often that happens. Radiant Lightbringer Greaves. Got this off of an Argonite purchase. What is that? Tier? Oh, nice. How is it played? Oh, okay, so he's on it. I see. But then it's an item level 950? Oh, at Titan Forge, that's why. Titan Forged. Desmond in the guild says, where do I do, or where do world quests? either Argus or the Broken Shore or the Broken Isles. Isles. Couldn't remember how to spell Isles for a second. I use an add-on called World Quest List. It shows you all the rewards when you open your map. That's the most helpful piece of information, I guess, if he doesn't know anything about world quests. Oh, and this is going to be a very interesting boss here. It's going to be funny because a lot of people are going to wipe when he starts putting his triangle up. I imagine, well, it seems like everybody knows this fight, but we'll still see. We'll see who gets caught by it. There's no telling how long it's been since some of these people have done this dungeon. If they've done any time walking, they probably should remember. Alright, here we go. My log is kind of out of control right now. So everyone stand in the safe zone when he casts. Nod.
Right.
Alright! Let's do it. Kill flying ads, I think, too. Ooh, no, I don't think so. I don't think you kill flying ads. If you do, I've never done that. The only thing that can save us is the power of love, guys. We got this. With the power of love, we got this. Parakir, your servant calls for thee. Alright, we're gonna get into safe zone. Watch out for the static cling. I don't know if he's gonna pop that on us. I wonder why he jumped across the map like that. Interesting strategy, buddy. I absorbed most of that damage with the defensive cooldown, Shield of Vengeance. So now the healer's redistributing all my health to the party. Get over there. Off I go then. Alright, we're gonna heal up with our Justicar's Vengeance. And the tank went across the map again. Oh, we lagged out for a second there on OBS. Or don't kill them. The healer is kind of salty. Sorry, man. I just usually leave that to the ranged. I've never actually fought those things. It's only moderate damage that goes out to the party. I mean, I don't know what the big deal is. Alright, let's turn these quests in, and we're going to show you guys how tanking and healing is actually supposed to be. Instead of DPSQ again. We got a ring here, it's not an upgrade. Alright, let's pop out of that. Jimmy Namacon says, if you ever do that create a class server again, I may be interested in that, but I am not getting Battle for Azeroth. Okay, sounds good, man. I'll let you know. I actually still got a few friends that play it. There's this guy Tribal Eyes. He's been messaging me on Discord, and I think he started back into it. He actually had to. His channel changed, guys. Any of y'all that were following Tribal Eyes, I think I posted this last time, but definitely go follow him. Also, I have a Discord, so his channel links on my Discord as well.
Hey everybody, Tribal.
That's Tribal in the background. So this guy makes videos regarding that Project Ascension, and that's like an introduction to his new channel because he lost access to his old one somehow. Really sucks. And then anybody that wants into this Discord is welcome to join it as well. That's my Elude Stalwart stream Discord. Alright, let's turn this quest in, and this time tank and heal queue for dungeons. It should be pretty insta-pop. And we're going to burn straight out of Mists of Pandaria. Have you ever had on before? Your Twitch user. Oh. In your WoW install folder, you have add-ons folder. You download add-ons and drop them into there if you are not using curse/Twitch client. Yeah, you should get the Twitch client because it will already have a list of add-ons you can download, and it will auto install new add-ons. Meshogun Palace. This is what I was talking about. This is gonna be hard, guys. Don't judge me. Am I tanking or healing? What am I? Tank. Okay, so let's go tank. So we've already accepted this one of the quests from this lady. And yeah. Okay, here we go. This is scary. Are y'all ready? Let's do it. Rah. I am Daydream. Hear me roar. Daydream of the Nightfall. What you want? What you want from me? Oh, we got the double fat Elec mount going. Come on. These guys hurt, actually, I think. Oh, yeah, they hurt. Oh, okay. I love it. Oh, please don't kill me. I had to pop the big coolies there. Ah. We used to CC back in the day. Where we're going, we don't need CC. Oh no! Cuz says, alright, I'm off. You're gonna ding 90 soon. Woo. Yeah, man, I hope so. Please don't die. Oh, yes. Y'all don't worry about me. I'm just tanking. Alright, cuz, take it easy, man. They solid a great legacy for our people. He looks pretty cool. I think he's made out of like stone or something. Get an orc that has that mog. That'd be kind of cool. Cause say KK see us. I don't know what Desmond's saying. I missed it. What do I do? Ah, okay. Oh, don't stand in that. Who's that they're on? Maybe we can bubble that person? I don't know. Actually, you know what? I used to face that away from everybody. Let me do that. Let me make sure.
Never surrender our right. Rule the destiny of our
Ah, this is rough. It's already fun though. I need, you know what I need? I need my Elude Stalwart cologne. Stalwart increases dodge by 20, so I'm more elusive. Kamehameha! Got that Light's Judgment. Desmond says, wanna hop on Discord? Up at the top menu, you see an area where you see following browser. Select mods. He's walking this guy through installing that World Quest List add-on. Oh, I didn't know that those did that. Tornado shot across at me. No interrupter can change that. Come to me, my friend. Don't do that moving around stuff. Here, I'm gonna push him back. Hopefully he's not in my back. Usually if you walk up underneath somebody, just barely, they'll reposition themselves and adjust to you. But this guy doesn't appear to be doing that. Wherever he stands is pretty much where he's gonna be at, I guess. And the instant I use my heal, he put Mortal Strike on me. Oh, that's it.
Who allowed these outsiders in our halls?
Where is this? Hey, get off our treasure.
Would stoop to such treachery.
Off I go then.
Only the dogs of Clan Gothan would point fingers at others.
I like his shield. That Crest of Lordaeron shield's the shit, man.
Is the most desperate. It must
I think that's from the Culling of Strathholm, the last boss. I used to have it. I don't know what happened, but at some point some of my mogs disappeared. So I definitely had some stuff on mog and alright, there we go.
Your clans are clearly in league with one another. For the glory of our king, our empire, we will put you all down.
I think this next boss fight's pretty interesting too. Reload your mod, should be on your map. Oh, I didn't see those guys. My bad. They were stealth, that's probably why. Man, I'm even like, I forgot a lot of this. That's kind of what's so cool about it though. He's gonna shank me. That's what I expect from these other dungeons too. Like even after this one, some of these I haven't ran because they're not even on the time walking list. We got it though, we got this. 2 hexers. Come behind this wall. It's called the LOS pool, guys. Oh, these guys don't actually move, my bad. And this stuff, like, I'm remembering it as I go. I very much do not remember a lot of their spells, the mobs, what they're casting, what they're doing. DPS is a little split, but that's okay. Hey guys. I know most people just hop down from there, but I'm gonna go around and collect up all these things. I think there's a quest for it. Or these items here are quests. Yeah, I got it. And what's cool about this is when we clear those 2, we'll have a clear shot to the elevator after the boss. And I think these things keep on spawning, so we're just gonna pull over here to this stuff. Open your map, but in little mode. Where's our party at? Are they still doing... Oh, I think they're doing quest objectives up there. You say so. Don't worry, me and this hunter got this. Oh, this is the paladin. They're healing each other. And I'm way too slow on that interrupt. Two healers, just like a boss fight. Okay, so you gotta go all the way around and collect, what, 4 different chests here? I'm doing that too. I need 2 more items. So we're gonna go up here, collect these. I'll help you out when I get out of this dungeon. Off I go then. I think I skipped over one over here. I thought that they were all just like the same thing. KK, sorry about that. The party's all just grouped waiting for me. My attention's a little split, so sorry about that. Okay. Oh, I thought he had that one CC'd. Ah, damn. Okay. We're gonna have to get that other one over here then. Oh, quit stunning me already. Looks like they're focusing the healer down while I focus the one that's giving them a buff down. Okay. Quick run over here. We can take this guy out. This isn't even heroic. Like, these used to be. So any of the exclamation marks are world quests? I don't know what he means by exclamation marks. It says no, they should look like the colorblind dark color. They should look like he's colorblind dark circles. Oh no, he's colorblind. World quests. I'm not gonna see any with her. Damn. Yeah, I'm thinking my add-on isn't active. There is a checkbox above the map for the add-on that must be checked. I don't even see any world quests as a lobby, so I can't even send him screenshots right now. I can send screenshots when I'm done in here. Oh no, I missed it! I'll mess it up here, guys. Oh no. No. FML. Deathfriend says, laugh out loud because your map will change when you try to fly from Flight Master 2. Sorry folks, a bit distracted today. Okay, here we go. I think the real problem is I ate breakfast earlier than I normally do this morning. Another thing too is like, usually if you want to survive, you don't pull without the tank, even if he is a dumbass. I can't help but feel like that death was my fault. To explain how to download add-ons and use world quest list to a guildie. I think I could tag him. Come back over here behind the door. You want some of Debo? Come get some of Debo. More have come to claim my throne. Stack up or they jump. Stack. Good stacking, team. Way to go. Oh well. Alrighty.
You are not the first to challenge me, peons. You will not be the last.
Off I go then.
Face the might of my arsenal, weaklings.
Ooh, somebody's getting wrecked. Okay. I need to get him a little bit further away so I can avoid that fire. There we go. Alright, let's pump it out. I'm gonna avoid that. I think I got launched. Yep, I'm flying through the air. Okay, come on. If you take him too close to that door, he'll reset. So I'm trying to be careful of that. While simultaneously dodging big circles on the ground and his big cone effect ground slam. Another ground slam there. Ooh, maybe I could get some of that. He threw his pally hammer down for some heals. Alright. Now, this is what we came for, to turn in these quests.
Tell me of your travels.
They were long
May your
and
days
hard
bring you
travels.
joy.
Got him. Okay, good. Thank you all. Especially you, healer guy. Okie doke. Out of the dungeons now. Pink Rose is laughing. Tried that. Oh, sorry guys. KK. Done with the dungeons.
What wisdom do you seek?
Got silk? Yes, I do have silk.
May
Capes.
the red
So it's not showing up. Let's see. Where's this guy at? Roster, Death's Friend. He's in Karazhan currently. Oh. You doing a dungeon now? So you're doing a dungeon now? Laugh out loud question mark? Oh, that's Death's Friend. Oh no, he's in Valshara. Oh, never mind. You in Valshara. Yeah, so in order to get world quests unlocked, you talk initially to what's his name? Not Kazmadan. What's his name? Not Kargath. The mage, the big mage, the one that's always in Dalaran giving you all the quests. I can't think of his name right now. He makes the dad jokes. You talk to... Oh my god, how can I not know this guy's name right now? Quick Google search will fill me in. Who is the main mage in Legion? Afraid to mage in Legion? No, like the main guy. Kargath? No, it's not Kargath. What's his name? I can't believe I forgot his name. Khadgar. You talk to Khadgar. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So, in order to get World Quest Unlocked, you talk initially to Khadgar. He's in Dalaran. He gives you a whistle. Usually, you get a quest automatically. Okay. I guess I'm gonna actually go out here. I'm gonna hark back. Meet you in Dal. Pigro says I forgot the name. You forgot too, right? Khadgar. It's like, dang, how can I not know this guy's name? He's literally like the main guy. I was thinking about the plant too, Khadgar's whiskers. Like I had the image of the plant in my mind. The little green herbalism, Khadgar's whispers material. But I was like, dang, what is that? What is that even called though? Okay, so we're gonna meet this guy in Dalaran. I think he wanted to hop in Discord. We could probably just hop in Discord with him. Okay, so Apotheosis General. Starting world quests at level 110. Legion World Quests Overview. Unlocking world quests. Okay, so it says at level 110, max level, World quests appear in all Legion zones: Stormheim, High Mountain, Valshara, Suramar, and Azuna. World quests with exceptionally good rewards have a small chance to spawn on the Eye of Ashara. You must hit friendly with the 5 major Legion factions in order to unlock world quests. In the quest Uniting the Isles, this is also awarded with the handy teleport item, Flight Master's Whistle. There's no cap to the amount of world quests you can complete a day. Oh, I didn't know you gotta get friendly. And that's shared across your account too. So there's a good chance that I've done that and I didn't realize it all along. Because when you quest in each zone, you're getting reputation with each of those factions. So hopefully, we'll cross our fingers, this Demon Hunter hopefully has done at least up to friendly quests in all the zones. I know it's very easy to just quest in 1 or 2 zones and dungeon queue the rest of the way. And I have a few quests to do from him. Sorry, I was at a loading screen. For a bit. I'm in Dal now. Okay, so Uniting the Isles. Also, I'm in Discord. Links. We'll copy this script command and paste that into here. Uniting the Isles. That should be the quest for starting world quests. Oops. Uniting the Isles. It won't show it to me. Oh, it won't let me link it. Interesting. Very interesting. Markup tag quest. Is this something I could probably paste in the game? Okay, never mind. Disregard that. Disregard that thing. Have you earned friendly rep with all the factions yet? Suramar, okay. Night Fallen, Court of Ferondis, High Mountain, Dream Weavers, and Valar. Where am I typing? Where's all this going? Oh geez. Have you earned... Okay. Valar Jar, High Mountain, Dream Weavers, etc. Usually just by doing quests in those zones. It's shared across your toons. So if you have an alt or your main has done it, everyone is able to get the quest. I don't know if they eliminated that requirement to get friendly though, so you may have to do a few quests in the zones you need rep with before you can get it. It says on the front page today in Broken Isles you'll see what emissaries are up. Starting a world quest. Here we go, I'll just copy this here. In hashtag general, I posted a link to Wowhead's world quest guide. Where is this guy? Oh, here he is.
Unquestionably.
Unquestionably. Let's check him out. Let's see. He's got 821 Warglaves, 865 Titanforge, 865. Ah. How does he have... Some of these items are world quest items, aren't they? How does he not have world quests yet? But he's like up to 865. I don't understand. Does need sockets in his whatchamacallit though. It says he's missing a fell artifact relic. He's got a 760 and an 880. Info? One sec, won't let me unmute my mic in Discord. Oh. Oh, okay. No worries. This is PvP info, guild info. Talents. Trying to figure out how to get it unmuted. I don't know. No roles. No. Are you sure you want to exit? No. I don't even see him. I'm in the general voice channel. I don't...
Hey man, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude, I have had the worst fucking problems today.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I used to play this game so much back, like, a while back when, you know, Burning Crusades and all that, and I'm finally just getting into this one.
Nice.
God, shit has changed.
Yeah, there's a pretty steep learning curve at first, and then once you start getting your groove, you kind of figure it out as you go along.
I feel like my...
Well, go ahead.
What'd you say?
I was going to ask, what are your reputations at? If you open your character screen, like for Dreamweavers and Court of Ferondis and them, you got like the reputations tab down there.
Yeah. Thing one says friendly, neutral, and then the rest are neutral.
Okay, so
that's my problem. I did more dungeoning than questing. I feel like that's where I messed up.
Yeah, I like to live in dungeons myself, but a lot of this has been doing these world quests and stuff, and you have to go to each zone and quest a little bit in each one of them, and each zone of the like 5 is like a reputation. So like Azuna is Dreamweavers, or Court of Ferondis rather. Val Shara is gonna be Dreamweavers, High Mountains, the High Mountain Tauren, Stormheim's Valajar, and Surmar's Nightfallen. Once you get friendly with all those, Khadgar will give you a whistle.
Okay. So what, I need to get friendly with all of them?
Yeah, you gotta go do some quests in those zones. Usually from your order hall, you'll have like a scouting map that'll give you the initial starter to get into the zones. You get to choose like which one you want to go to from there.
Yeah, I did pick that, and I think I ended up doing let's see here. I think that's where I ended up doing Valshara.
Okay, and if you're friendly with them, you can just be done with that now and just move on to the next zone.
Which one was Valshara on the Legion?
Valshara would be the Dreamweavers.
There, so I did the Court of Ferondis. That's what I'm friendly in. So
Okay.
which one is that?
That's Azuna, so you don't have to quest in Azuna anymore.
Okay. Friendly with all of those, and then I should be able to do that.
Yeah, the only tricky one is Nightfallen, and that's actually started up here with Khadgar. There's like a temporal anomaly. He tells everybody, hey, get back, don't touch it. And you're supposed to poke the temporal anomaly and get put in Suramar. And then that'll give you your Nightfallen rep.
Okay, so I'm trying to think here. So I have a couple quests from him. Should I get those done? Like I have. Hold on, let me see here.
I wonder too if they may have even removed that rep requirement. So I'd be curious what quests you have.
Uniting the Isles, and
That's the one.
that's a world quest.
Yeah, that's the one you got to do. So that one will probably show that you have the Azuna done or Quarter Ferondis.
Yeah, it does. It shows that
Okay.
one's done.
Yeah, so you do have to go do those. And then what was the other one he had?
And then I still have a exclamation mark above it, but Chromie.
Nah, not Chromie. You don't need her unless you want the Time Lord title. It's like you do a
I don't care for
scenario
that.
and yeah, you get rep. But
I
yeah,
don't remember backing out of that. And then I got Trial of Echoes.
Trial of Echoes. Can you link that one? I don't know what that is.
Second, let me see. Just picked it up. It won't let me share it. Let me see if I can do the quick.
Trial of Echo. Use his wand to find arcane echoes to track down first Arcanist to Larissa.
Click something behind me.
I don't know what that is. Maybe that's your artifact quest chain. Eventually you're able to unlock the Mage Tower challenge. And you can get different skins for your artifact weapon. It's
That's
like
what
a
I've been trying to
one-man
figure
raid.
out.
Pretty hard.
Hail.
It looks like I might be doing that right now.
Oh shit. Here, I'm gonna look it up too while you're doing that.
Engine
Trial
maybe or
of
something. I don't know, just
Echoes?
see. It just brought me to Suramar.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's how you get into Nightfallen rep.
Yeah, what was that other place you were talking about? Argus. How do you even get there?
Argus is there's a teleporter pad. Actually, there's a quest that starts it. You get it on Krass's Landing, where the flight paths are in Dalaran, and they send you to Orgrimmar. You got to go out to a boat out in front of Orgrimmar. Or I'm sorry, we're Alliance. So Stormwind, you probably got to go to Stormwind Harbor, and they take you to Exodar. But that gets you out to off the planet into Argus, the floating, decimated planet in the sky. No result.
Is that like
echoes? That's
yeah,
the
see, I
current
should have,
shit,
dude.
like-
I should have just quested. I knew I shouldn't have got back into this game and fucking
It's a lot.
hopped into the game. And as soon as I was able to dungeon, I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Well, you might even be able to skip these world quests though, because I'm trying to think of like I don't think there's any reason why you should have to do them now, because that's not the current content. The current content's Argus. Let me see if I can find out how you get started on that. If you need to unlock other shit before you can just get out to Argus. Getting to
And
Argus.
yeah. So this add-on, do you think it's not working or something?
No, it is working. You just don't have any world quests because you haven't unlocked them. But when you unlock them, you'll have like a list. When I open my map, I'll show you what I see. Like right now, there's nothing on it for me because I haven't unlocked world quests. But I can show you where the add-on is at least. Just give me a second. I'll give you a screenshot.
How long does it take to get flying in Dalran again?
That's a lot harder. It's a huge rep grind through Suramar. And a couple other things. But you have to do pretty much all the Suramar quests. And unlock so many chapters of Suramar stories.
So it sounds like questing's pretty big in this update.
Well, this is actually earlier. This was what the end game was when Legion first came out. So right now it's old content. Argus is where the top level stuff is. If you like dungeon grinding, you'll probably really love invasion points. Those are just like really quick. They're not even like scenarios. You just run in, you do a few objectives, and then you get loot and chance at legendaries.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So on that screenshot there, I have circled, that's the World Quest add-on. And normally below that, there's like a list of like, I don't know, 100 world quests or something, 50 world quests. But I think it's probably more important for you to get out on Argus. So I'm gonna look that up.
Okay. Yeah, see what's weird is that it doesn't even show like that little bar for me.
What's that?
Like you see how on your screenshot that what you have circled to the right of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that.
So you don't see that? Okay.
And I used to have add-ons a while back, so like I remember what they look like and everything, but yeah, it's just not.
Okay, so in your list of add-ons, should show this.
It's like when I log in, when I used to have add-ons, when I would log in, it would show in the bottom left as a tab of add-ons. Maybe my Twitch is not linked to my World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, you might need to make sure that the directory is set up, or that it even recognizes that you have the game.
Would you say your mic?
You got to make sure that Twitch sees that you have World of Warcraft. But you said you downloaded it, right? You downloaded an add-on off of it.
Downloaded an add-on, and then before, like when I hold on, I fucking picked up this quest now. I'm sitting here. It doesn't show up under my games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's like a settings, like a gear icon on the right-hand side. Inside your settings, you can actually like specify the directory in the add-ons.
So like under Twitch, it says, "Hold on, there was a problem accessing your account. Please re-log in and try again if this was."
Well, like log out of Twitch and back in, or what does it mean?
Yeah, that's what it just said.
Oh. Yeah, if the game's running whenever you're installing any of that stuff, it won't see it until you exit the game completely.
But what was weird is that when I logged in after I set up my Twitch, because I never linked my Twitch and Curse. So when I did that, it brought up my realm and everything. It said my name and then Kulturas. Let's see something. Get into this.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing that Nightfall scenario. You're following that withered chick or whatever, and she's like putting a bubble up.
Yep. Mad
Yeah,
shit going
that
on.
takes a bit. You're probably gonna be there for a minute.
Dude, I love the I love dungeoning though, dude. I've always loved fucking tanking.
Same here, man. I like all of it, the tank, heal, or DPS. I usually try to DPS if I can, but I often will just tank or heal to get through it.
Man.
What's that?
Queue times.
Oh, yeah. That's why tanking and healing ends up becoming an option.
Yeah.
Even as
I have
healer,
a free
I try
level
to DPS.
and I was making a druid out of it. They seem pretty fucking nasty.
A druid?
Yeah.
Are you doing like tank or on that one too?
I was gonna just like figure out what was. Why is it not doing it? There's a problem accessing your account. Browse mods. So yeah, alright, so gear, and what were you saying to do?
When I hit the gear, that's what I get pops up. Configure add-ons.
Had a game installed. It's only showing League of Legends right now.
Okay.
Because that instance has already been tracked by Twitch.
You can add a game. Oh, okay, and then you could select your World of Warcraft folder, it seems. Okay.
That's what I did. I hit select. It says game was not added because that instance is already tracked by Twitch.
Oh, okay. So if you look at well, it's not even showing my shit. Yeah, at the top of Twitch, like when you back all that menu and everything, at the top it says mods. It should show all the games you have in. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. It says World of Warcraft 1 add-on installed.
Okay, so when you click that, it actually shows the world quest list there.
Quest tracker.
You got world quest tracker?
Yeah, that's the one. Is it not the right one?
Yeah, I'm using world quest list. I'm gonna try to find the actual name of it. Ah, this one.
Quest list. Alright, I can install that one then.
Yeah, this is quests list version 5.0. It looks like an exclamation mark, a yellow exclamation. Well, a lot of these do, right, I guess. Yeah, that'll probably get you there too. Oh, and Pink Rose says you get the quest to go to Stormwind where the boats are. Okay, so when you get the Argus quest, it'll send you out to Stormwind where the boats are. Where does that come from, Pink Rose? Does it just pop up whenever you get to Dalaran? That's what I remember. I remember just walking into Dalaran and then, like, it's saying, what's his name? High Priest Velen wants you to go to Orgrimmar. And then out to the boats. Or Stormwind in this case. This is my first Alliance toon on this server, so I plan on getting her to 110 very soon. Right now it's all about the level scaling. The old dungeons, if you like dungeons, when you're leveling back in the old world dungeons, since the levels are scaled now, it's as hard as it used to be to get through those dungeons now. A lot of the mechanics and shit like that matter now. Yeah, it's not just like a face roll and like everybody just like blasting through stuff anymore. Because you don't have people 5 levels higher than the dungeon running with you. Like they're getting mobs, kind of like questing in Broken Isles, like everything's up to the level that they are.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about fucking going back and doing all the Lich King dungeons to get, you know, how, like when you do the achievements or whatever, you get the Proto Drake.
Yeah.
So that's going to be hard again, is what you're saying?
Actually, yeah, probably. Well, if you're outside of that expansion, actually, you'll run back and you'll be 110, but they can only go as high as, I think in Wrath, it's probably level 80, so you'll be fighting level 80 mobs. But if you're doing those same dungeons at level 58, you're seeing level 58 mobs in those dungeons. So,
oh, that's cool.
So yeah, it's like level scaling, but it's bracketed kind of like PvP. Where it's like every 10 or 20 levels. Right now I'm in Mists of Pandaria and I just hit 88. So here in 2 more levels I'll be able to go to Warlords of Draenor. But
what
I
level
have
is
my
your
choice.
guy right now?
This is an 88 Paladin.
Yeah, I have a 93 Pally. That used to be my fucking main dude.
Yeah, I've been Pally main since BC when Horde first got him.
Same here.
It's the shit, man. Being able to play it now at lower levels, the way it plays now is pretty cool. Because, like, I already know my rotation and all the shit to do, like my cooldowns and how to manage them. And I hop into a dungeon with this Light's Judgment racial ability. I'm, like, nuking shit down. I think I demoralize people. I think they get mad at me.
Yeah,
That's the shit.
I miss playing mine. I just fucking... He gave me that free level 100
Yeah, you gotta try it.
demon. And I wanted to try this Demon Hunter. That's my main is...
Demon Hunters are the shit right now too. Like, they play really well. I really like Vengeance tanking.
My problem is it's way too easy.
And you're really strong too.
Dude, it's way too easy.
Yeah, but this is their expansion. It was the same with Death Knights.
Yeah, exactly. But like I used to, you know, it used to be like kind of a challenge to tank, you know, keeping aggro and everything. Nah, on this there's no issues at all.
I could imagine.
Kind of bothering.
Yeah, at least some of the other tanks, like, they really... I know the Paladin right now, the active mitigation, at least while leveling, really matters. Like, I find myself using my stuns and my, like, interrupts a lot more, and just to kind of, like, help mitigate some of the damage that's coming at me so these healers can keep up. Because while you may know your class, a lot of the times the healer's struggling just to keep up because they're learning their shit.
Yeah.
Pink Rose, one of my viewers, says that their Demon Hunter's 941 item level. Are you Vengeance or are you Havoc, Pink Rose? I'm streaming
Vengeance
right now, by the way. So you're live across the interwebs.
See.
Actually, I need to shut this down. I normally sign off at 11, so give me a second. I'll be right back, man. Alrighty, folks. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. This is the conclusion of episode 35 of Daydream leveling. I hope to do more dungeons today than just that one, but it took a while for us to actually get through this and get all caught up. And then my buddy here in the guild needed help with his add-on, so I ended up getting a little distracted with that even. But tomorrow, I'm going to try to hop on more closely at 8 o'clock, maybe even earlier, we'll see, and just bang out some dungeons. Maybe even, I'll probably even be in Warlords of Draenor tomorrow when y'all see me again, because I plan on playing some more today later on. So, until next time, I appreciate you tuning in. Come see me tomorrow and all the way to Friday, Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Take it easy, Pink Rose. See you next time.